reverse finish is when you follow through on the same side of your body. So in this case, on the right side of my body. And this is the one that I call a hook. Nadal made this famous where when he's in trouble, he'll go like this, and many other players do that as well now. It's very popular on the Pro Tour. Nadal has 2 variations of reverse, or maybe even more, but he has a basic hook is when, anytime you use a hook finish, it's when you're caught a little bit late in the strike zone, in the hitting zone, and the racket comes very vertical, and there's a bicep engagement, and the racket finishes around the head, kind of like that. And it creates sort of this halo here, or this, the racket's like a hat sometimes, I tell my students. It comes above your head, and it's extremely vertical. Your bicep, you show off your bicep muscles like Nadal or Alcaraz, right here around your head. And so you just hook it up. It reminds me of a hook in boxing. I do a lot of boxing. But this is typically when you're late, and I don't think a lot of players understand that. You usually hook when you're late. It comes straight up, sometimes around here. You can see the right angle in my arm, more or less. You know, that's different from what I call like a lasso. And what Nadal does is a lot of times he'll meet the ball at a much better contact point, and he'll hit through it, and he'll just follow through around. So it looks kind of like a lasso, like a cowboy. So that's the way I describe it to my students. If you want to work on a reverse finish, reverse finishing can really help you stay whippy and in your arm relaxed, because that's the key to the modern ATP forehand. So if you can work on that, here, you can go here. That you may find those 2 finishes helpful in helping the arm structure and keeping the arm relaxed and whippy. So a hook would just look like this. Catch it a little later. You're going to come up and around. And Alcaraz has some other cool variations. Sometimes he'll come through and he'll turn this even more this way. It's unusual. And I've seen some players come through here and back even. So there's like wrist extension there. I've seen this type of reverse. And then there's on shorter balls, sometimes there'll be same side reverses that go straight up. So there's a lot of different stuff that can happen here. It's really cool. Very incredible evolution in forehand technique that's happened in the last few decades. But anyway, the idea is when you're working on this on your own, is if you can, I would just start with a basic hook like that, and it will really help to relax your arm and keep yourself from being locked. Players who are very locked and tight when they swing, kind of like old school tennis, like they don't feel comfortable reversing like that because their arm is way too tight. So if you work on reversing and you just get a nice hook like that, you'll start to spin the ball, and you'll come up and around, and you'll start to develop relaxation, and then you can go back to your normal swing, and hopefully some of that relaxation and elasticity will transfer over to your normal stroke. So good luck. If you like this video, check out my other video on the ATP forehand right here. See you on the next one.